welcome to Gloves Up Boxing. So this video is going to be about Dillian Whyte after his victory at the weekend over Alexander Povetkin in a 5th round stoppage. It was mentioned in the post-fight interview with Eddie Hearn that he wanted to take Whyte to America for his next fight. So this video is just going to be looking at maybe potential opponents. I've got 5 opponents to put forward and which organisation or route he should take in facing them opponents. Should he just hang around and wait for a WBC shot, which a lot of fighters tend to do. They tend to get in that position and they'll just sit back and take easy fights that you don't really learn a lot from them, just waiting for that title shot. Or should he, like he has been doing, take risky fights that you've seen in the last one? the risk was there and it didn't pay off. So I'm going to start off with the least likely of the fighters which I think he could face, and that's Charles Martin. And the reason I say least likely is it seems to be lined up to face Deontay Wilder, but that's very much dependent on what happens with the Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury saga, and whether Fury will be forced to face Wilder or not. I think Martin would be a good American name to fight in America. He's got that high ranking in the IBF, and he's also previously had a fight with Anthony Joshua, and he's coming off a good couple of wins. I would favour Dillian Whyte in that fight, probably by stoppage, but it would be a fairly good fight if it happened. So the next name I've got for you is Michael Hunter. Now I've got him as the second least likely, purely because he's got a final eliminator with Filip Hrgović. That's going to purse bids on April the 6th, I believe. Michael Hunter is actually my favourite American heavyweight, and I think he would be the most dangerous fight for Dillian Whyte because of his movement. And I don't think Whyte will cope well with movement for that reason. And even though Michael Hunter is American, he's not very well known, and for that reason I do not think it will be Michael Hunter. So the next name I've got for you could be flip-flop 2 or 3. They're either side. I'm going to go with Otto Wallin. Now, I don't think Wallin's got a fight lined up. He's not being linked to anyone, but he's very much on the PBC side at the moment. Now, I actually think Dillian Whyte v Otto Wallin would be a very good fight. I would favour Whyte. I'm not sure Wallin's got the power to beat Whyte, and Whyte does look like he's improved with his jab. I'm not sure Wallin would have the movement to stay away from Whyte, but that would be a very good fight. And Wallin's been having a few fights in America previously. Beat Dominic Brazil in his last fight, and he's also linked to Tyson Fury. You know, where on another day that fight could have been stopped because of Fury's cut, and we could be saying that Otto Wallin would have gone on and faced Deontay Wilder for the world title. So the next guy I've got is actually the guy that lost to Otto Wallin last time. He's coming off 2 losses in a row against Deontay Wilder and Otto Wallin. It is Dominic Brazil. Now, I put Brazil at number 2, one because he's American. He is known in America from fighting Wilder, and he's also known for fighting Anthony Joshua. Maybe the Matchroom would have to give him a fight first to sort of build him up, get a win on the board. I think it would be good sort of fight entertainment between Brazil and Whyte. There's been a bit of beef there in the past. So yeah, that's my number 2. And my number 1 that I think potentially could face Whyte is Trevor Bryan, who is the WBA regular title holder. I think this fight just makes sense to happen in America. Bryan's American. He's not very well known, but you've got that regular title, which everyone just seems to throw that regular title out now as a world title. And I think it makes sense. I think, to be honest, I don't rate Bryan. I think it's a bit of a gimme fight. I wouldn't think Bryan would last long with him. I mean, maybe 5 rounds. So yeah, that's my video. Hit like, hit subscribe, comment if you agree, if you disagree. Any feedback's welcome. Cheers.